everybody, welcome to a sort of special edition of MagicReview.com. Today we're reviewing sort of an intangible product, sort of. It is Real Magic Magazine. Now this is my collection. I've been getting these since day one, and this is my collection of them. It does not come with the case. Originally what Real Magic Magazine was, it was actually called Real Magic Quarterly, and you paid a fee, which I don't remember what it was when it first came out, but it was an annual fee, and you got 4 DVDs per year. And the DVDs would have, like a major player in Magic, or somebody that was very well known. Like the very first one had Paul Harris, the second one had Jason Alexander. You might know him as George Costanza from Seinfeld. The third one had Jay Sankey, and on and on and on. Throughout the years, it's been Eugene Berger and David Copperfield and Michael Amar, and just on and on and on and on. So not only would you have a major interview with a major person, but you'd also have free tricks, not necessarily by the person being interviewed. You'd have little segments that would help you improve your magic. One of the things that's been added in more recent years is a section called Move Monkeys, where it's a whole bunch of different little segments of people showing little moves that they like to do. Little fancy card flicks or whatever, different things like that, coin moves and so forth. There's just a ton of content. There's reviews on there. There's just on and on and on and on. Lots of great content. And it was a DVD, 4 DVDs a year, and hence Real Magic Quarterly. Well, I think in the first year, before they even got to like the 3rd or 4th issue, they switched it to bi-monthly, every 2 months. So yeah, that's bi-monthly, not semi-monthly, bi-monthly. So 6 per year, and so now that still is ongoing today. As of the date of this review, they're still doing it. They're on their 39th issue as of right now. And so what you get is, it's $60 a year for 6 DVDs throughout the year, one every other month. Or if you're outside of the United States, it's $85. So what's new and what's awesome about the Real Magic DVD subscription is they have a thing that's pretty recent, maybe a couple years now, where it's on demand. So instead of getting the DVDs, you can pay $5 a month and you get all the content from all the DVDs online, sort of a Netflix kind of a thing, right? But on top of that, you get a whole bunch of extra stuff. You get extended interview segments that weren't on the DVD, or that were too long for the DVD. You get lecture notes. You get live lectures. You get more free effects. You get, just on and on and on. I'm going to show a clip here in a minute that actually shows you the kind of the content and what you're getting on there. In fact, why don't we do that right now, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more in depth about what you're getting. So here's it's a screen capture of me scrolling through my account there. So check that out for a second. All right, everybody, here we are inside Real Magic Magazine. If you look here, we're on the on-demand issues, and what you can see here is from issue all the way down from issue number 1, the very first one that was released on DVD quite a few years ago at this point, and all the way up through the current issue number 39 as of this recording. I think it's every other month you get a new DVD that comes out, and it'll be released right here, and as well as you'll get the DVD if that's the subscription that you've chosen. So you have all these videos right here, and these are the full episodes. So let's just click on, let's say, the Andy Gladwin one here. And here it is, the whole entire video. You can see each chapter that you would see if you were watching the DVD, and you can scroll down and see each one there. Alright, so that's basically how that works, pretty simple. And then if you want to go back and look at a different episode, you just click on there and pick the episode you want. Now we have On Demand Plus here, and what this is, it's just a variety of different things, extra things. So for example, let's take a look at the lecture notes. These are lecture notes here's from John Kerry, Wayne Dobson, Cameron Francis, so on and so forth, and there's Paul Vigil. I didn't know he was on here. Donnie Orbit, Inside the Mind of Donnie Orbit. These are all different things that are, and again, you can navigate to which one you want by clicking on the alphabet up here. But these are all lecture notes from different performers, and they you know occasionally add new things into there. So let's go back to the On Demand Plus, and there's interviews in here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that sometimes these have extra stuff that was not on the issue. So there was a Jason Alexander issue. My understanding is on here will be a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't on the original interview. Yeah, these are all different things here. So there's that. There is, so let's take a look at Trio. What this is, each of these guys here, so Adam Wilbur down here, Ryan Schlutz, Danny Tong, Cameron Francis, so on and so forth. There's 3 effects by each one of these people here. That's hence the name Trio. And so you can see here shadow performance, shadow setup, shadow explanation, and then there's gravity performance, explanation, and it cuts deep performance and explanation. So you get 3 effects from, in this case, Ryan Schlutz. And again, they add, oops, back to here, they will add more as time goes on. And they continue to add. And then, so online courses, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here in this particular category of fingering, a bunch of stuff by Garrett Thomas here. So we go back, there's a bunch of coin stuff here by Harbottle here. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Then there's the On Demand Live, and this currently, I guess, okay, so November 18th, that's 10 days from now, basically. There'll be a live lecture from Chris Capehart. And then when they're done, they'll put, you can get the link to the recorded lecture here on the site as well. So that's just a basic, quick little run through, and I'm sure I probably misspoke in a few places. I just had Cosmo walk me through some of these a minute ago, and so hopefully I haven't misrepresented anything. So just hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight to what you're getting when you order the Real Magic magazine. So now I'll turn it back over to the rest of the video talking about the review. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, we're back now, and as you can see, there's a ton of stuff on the site, and I didn't even scratch the surface as to what's there. I just barely looked at the site myself today. I had Cosmo give me a tour of it. And so I think I mentioned this in the clip that I'm, you know, if I misspoke a little bit, it was not intentional. I may have explained something incorrectly or whatever, but you get the gist of it. There's a lot of stuff on that site. So you get all that for $5. I mean, $5 a month, that's just ridiculously cheap. But what if you still want to get the DVDs? Well, then you just pay $8 freaking a month and you get all that stuff plus the DVDs. If you don't want the online, you just stick with the $60 a year thing, or $85 outside of the States, and you just get the DVDs. But forget that yearly stuff. Forget that. Just get the on-demand deal for $8 per month, and you get all the DVDs and you get all that extra content on the site. So, I mean, this is a hard yet easy product to review. It's hard in the sense that I don't know what else to really say about it. I mean, it's Cosmo Magic. Everything, whether I like the product itself or not, it's always well produced. And you know, so you know, if it's some DVD that I didn't necessarily like or didn't give a good review, it was never because of the product production quality. So, and that's the other thing. Almost everything that has been put out by Cosmo Magic has been given a great review by me, because they do put out quality stuff. And there's there's so much content on this site that I don't even know. I mean, I can't review it all. I mean, it's just impossible. There's just so much content. And so is there going to be stuff on there that I don't like or that you don't like? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Is there going to be stuff on there that you love and I love? And is it going to be the same? It may not be the same. It may be different. Bottom line, there's stuff for every single possible skill level. There's stuff for every interest. There's coins, cards, ropes, whatever. I don't know what other genres are there in Magic, right? But there's tons of content on there, and for a small price of $8 per month, I mean, give me a break. To have stuff that's that well produced, that looks that great, and they're constantly adding and updating the website, and they're constantly adding new material, new content all the time. And it works. I had it on my tablet. It looked great on the tablet. In fact, I could probably just show it to you real quick. I think the screen's still up here. This is an iPad 1, first generation iPad here. And so if it looks good on here, I imagine it would look great on, yeah, so there you go. That's the side on there. It looks really good. And I'm not going to click around on it, but now on the iPhone, it's a little bit smaller. It's not quite perfectly optimized for phones. I mean, the content's all there. You can access all of it and everything, but the site isn't fully responsive. If you're a web guy, you know what that means. But basically, when you shrink, if you take magicreview.com and narrow your browser, like skinny, like close the browser in, and you'll see the content sort of rearrange itself and change, because magicreview.com is responsive. That's the term for websites that do that. So I talked to Cosmo about that today, and he said, yeah, they're working on it. They're just not there yet. But you can still completely access the content on your phone, no problem. You just have to do a little bit of pinching, stretching, and squashing to get to some of the content. But it's not enough for me to say it's a bad thing. I mean, it's just a great... I don't know what else to say, guys. Like I said, it's an easy/hard product to review. It's easy because there's just so much stuff on there, and it's such a low price. I mean, how do you review Netflix? You know, not every movie on Netflix is awesome, but there's still tons of great stuff on there, tons of great content. And so I don't even know if there's any bad content on Real Magic Magazine, because there's just so much stuff to go through. And so for $8 a month, you can't beat it. And what I have seen, I mean, I've seen every one of these DVDs in here, and I've loved everything on there. I mean, there's maybe a few things here and there that wasn't for me, or it wasn't my style, or I didn't agree with, or whatever. But man, yeah, I'm rambling, folks. I mean, bottom line, $8 a month, tons of content, plus a DVD shipped to your house every 2 months. I don't know what else to tell you. 5 stars, stone status of capital G, capital E, capital M. Random iTunes song of the moment is... Oak Ridge Boys have been coming up a lot lately. Trying to Love Two Women is like a ball of chain. Trying to Love Two Women. Anyway, the classic country lyrics right there. So I'll put a link to that in the YouTube description below. If you haven't done so already, head over to realmagicmagazine.com and subscribe for $8 a month. It's going to be one of the best deals you spend in magic. Do it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you all in the next review. Peace and out.